All right, good morning everybody. Welcome back to the Walk and Talk. It's Quinner here. Today we have an exciting day ahead of us. I'm working on the theory, a personal theory, that with fear and anxiety, and the theory is that the event that you fear, that is so scary, that you've built up in your head, it's only scary until it actually happens. Like in general, we're never really scared of what's already happened. We're never really scared of like something that's happened to you a few days ago or whatever. You don't get really scared about that. Obviously, if you have trauma or like PTSD, that's different. I say that's probably still scary. I don't want to take away from that. But I mean in general, like the small stuff that you're scared of, like for me, like social interactions and like the future in general. The small things, they just build up in your head until they actually happen. And then after they happen, like you might be sad, you might be depressed, but you're never really scared still. It's more of like a sadness. So we're proving this today by doing something scary, something I am very scared for. We're going out alone. I do try to take myself out on like a self date every week, at least once a week, just to kind of show that my life is not on pause, that I can still go out and do things and treat myself and be okay on my own, be secure, feel more validated and meaningful life that I'm living. But I normally go to the movies. That's my go-to self date. But today we're doing something a bit different. I was talking to my friend in work, shout out Reese, and he recommended a cool pasta place in town. So I have the evening off, I have no plans, and it was either this or sit at home and do nothing. So I've decided to do the crazy thing of going out to a restaurant alone. I've never done it before, never properly. I mean, I've gone and like gotten food and like, but never like sat in at a restaurant, booked a table for one and had dinner with myself. So we'll do that. But as for the evening, we've got a cool day ahead. Gonna go in now. I don't have class till 1. It's about 10 o'clock right now. So I'm gonna go to the gym, get some study done, eat some food, and then go to class. So I'll see you in a bit, I suppose.
Taking away the moments that make up a dull day. Fritter and waste the hours in an offhand way. Picking around on a piece of ground in your hometown. Waiting for someone or something to show you the way. Tired of lying in the sunshine, staying home to watch the rain. And you are young.
Just had 4 hours back-to-back classes. Very fun. About to get the train into town now. The fear is starting to build. I'm quite nervous to do this, quite scared, but I've done a few things today that were scary, that I kind of pushed myself to do. So this is just the next scary thing that I have to do, and then I'll have a little debrief after. But I wanted to get a seat on the train. Does not look like that's possible because I'm slightly late for it, but we'll see. I'm gonna walk to the restaurant anyway, so we'll have a little debrief there. We're in Dublin. Very cool. We're in the city. Got the train in. Train was delayed a lot, so it was a long ride, but I read a lot of my book, which was good. Now we're walking half an hour to the restaurant, so yeah. As I sit in the restaurant on my own, I wonder, why am I here? What is the point of coming here? The experience feels limited because there's no one to share it with. The food tastes amazing, but what is the point if I don't have someone to tell how amazing it is? I listen to the table beside me's conversations. I see people together across the room, celebrating, socializing, and I wonder, why did I do this? I done it to push myself, to do something scary, get out of my comfort zone. And that feeling of pride and excitement was there momentarily, but it was the sitting in silence on my own, in between small conversations with the servers, that made me question my being there. I could have went home and had a meal with my family. I could have stayed in Maynooth and got dinner with my friends who had asked me to hang out. Instead I came here. I don't know, maybe I was naive to think coming to a restaurant alone would bring me some profound conclusion, but it's just nothing. No grand realization that I matter and my life is valid and I'm empowered now that I'm single and free. It's just nothing. As I stare at the empty chair across from me, I'm just reminded that I would rather it be filled. So it's a bittersweet moment. I'm proud of myself for conquering the fear. I do feel worthy of being here and taking up this space, and I don't feel like I don't belong here. But at the same time, the result of me coming here and facing that fear is pain and loneliness. The point was the journey and not the result. I overcame a fear. That's the point. That's what I wanted from the start. And yet it still feels pointless. Like I want more from the experience. It wasn't until I got home and chatted with my dad about my day and my disappointment with the result that I felt grateful for it. It allowed me that conversation with him, and he gave me guidance and saw it in a different way that I couldn't. He pretty much said that I was overthinking it, and that doing things alone can be empowering, but only when you want to actually do that thing, or you're passionate about it. I wasn't passionate about that restaurant. I wasn't really excited about the food. I was excited about the exercise of going out alone, but I wasn't really thinking about if I actually wanted to do it in the first place. The food was good, but definitely not worth the 3-hour round trip in the rain. It did give me something else though. It gave me experience, growth, and a better knowledge of myself. At least I know now that I prefer the company of others when going out for food. And perchance that's all I needed to get from today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're doing okay. I'm gonna go edit this now because I'm really excited to put this out there. And I hope in some way you got something from my experience. And hopefully you didn't have to spend the day in the rain like I did. Okay, I'll see you around.